Hello, hello, hello. I was having some technical challenges getting into today's session, so I had to reboot my computer. So, welcome. It's good to see you here. If you are here with me, I have no idea where I'm even streaming right now because this was um, a technical snafu, should I say. It looks like I am not on positive focus, so we shall see. If anything else, I will share it to positive focus later. But welcome again, Carol C. Miller, your positive life strategist, peace activator, and global hugger, coming to you with another episode of Embrace Your Life Chat, where the intention is to focus on heightening celebrations and lessening sorrows through a positive focus. I would like to say a couple things before we get started on today's topic, and one is I'm not an absolutist. I'm not a big fan of the words always, never, right, wrong, good, or bad. 7 billion people on this planet. I can't begin to say what is always right or never right for 7 billion people. What I can say is I work on a scale of 0, always negative, 100, always positive. I am not always positive. I don't know of anyone who is always positive. I do know people who are closer to the positive than the negative. So for me, my work is to be in the 80% of the time kind, loving, compassionate, and peaceful and positive. What does that mean? Fear visits me, frustration, disappointment, unworthiness, all the normal feels visit me, but I have the tools to allow them to visit and not move in. Secondly, I am a coach. I love supporting people in living their best life, whatever that looks like. I am not a licensed counselor or therapist. And sometimes to live that best life, getting that type of support is what's going to get you there quickest. I believe you're worthy of living your best life. So whether it's coaching with me, whether it's getting counseling therapy, whether it's working on your own to do it, whatever it is, I encourage you to build that team up for yourself to live your best life. Now, let me see if anybody is here with me. Again, I may be talking to myself today, and that is okay too. Um, let's see here. S- Um, Somebody says, hello, Carol, nice to see you. So I believe they are part of my Embrace Your Life community because I cannot see the names from there. So, yay, I'm at least live somewhere. So, welcome. Thanks for being here. Today, I wanted to talk about what are you committed to doing? I think a lot of the time we have a dream that we want to live, we have um, experiences we want to experience or goals that we may have made, New Year's resolutions and all that kind of stuff. But what is it that you're truly committed to? And please remember, I have that scale of 0 to 100. I don't know of anybody who is 100%. And when I mean 100%, I mean that's full on commitment. There isn't any doubt, there isn't any fear, there isn't any busy schedule that stops you from doing something a particular day that you said you'll do it. So it's really for me going into I am committed the majority of the time. There are times where doubt might come in or fear or frustration. All of the normal feels we have can play a part, but it's about where are you committing your time? Where are you committing your energy? Where are you committing your resources and your talents to? So I encourage you to ask yourself right now, what is it that you are wanting to create in your life? My guess is you have a pretty good idea. Even if you don't have a specific idea, I'm guessing you probably want to feel like you're having meaning in this world, that you have peace in your life, that you have excitement in your life, that you have love in your life, that you have kindness in your life. So whatever those look like for you, I encourage you to consider how are you committed to it? Because I don't know about you, but it's pretty easy to commit to things we don't want. What I mean by committing to things we don't want, we talk about it, we think about it, and we act upon it the majority of the time, especially if it's right in front of us. We're having a situation going on in our lives that is challenging, that is hard. And yet, are we giving more of our attention to the problem? Are we giving more of our attention to the solution? And hard things are hard. So it's not about pretending things are going easy and smooth and peaceful and perfect in your life, but it is about where do you want to go? Where do you want to grow? And how do you want to move forward today? Hello, Melissa. Good to see you here. So that's what we're talking about today. And if you've joined me before, I personally like to define a word, come up with an affirmation, and then some tips around how to make that word part of your daily practices. So the word today that we're working with is commitment, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity. Again, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. As I said a few moments ago, you can be committed to paying attention to giving energy to what you don't want. Really easy to do when it's right there. I know so many people right now who are dealing with an upper respiratory illness that is going around in the US. I don't know about other locations, but certainly a lot of people I know are either in the midst of it or just recuperating from it. In that moment, when you're feeling sick and you're having maybe a hard time breathing or whatever, it's really easy to focus on the don't wants that you're having rather than focusing on feeling better, feeling well, being gentle with yourself in the process. It's not wrong to feel bad or be fear based about anything. It's how much time, energy, and attention do you want to give it. So the definition for commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. What are you dedicating yourself to? What are you committing yourself to on what you want to create in your life? So the affirmation is to affirm. It's not positive or negative. It's what you make of it. I believe a lot of people, and I have certainly done it myself. I do it not on a daily basis, but I do it frequently on affirming that I'm not a good sleeper, that I don't get great quality sleep. And I focus on that instead of focusing on solutions and focusing on I am a good sleeper. I do get good sleep. So it's really easy to do when the don't want is right in front of you. So an affirmation again, not positive or negative. It is a statement about what you're feeling in the moment. So I encourage you to make them positive statements. And I also encourage you to listen to it. So like if I were to say, I'm a great sleeper, that's a positive statement, I would think you would think. But because in my heart of hearts, I know, yeah, maybe 5 hours last night. So I'm immediately saying that's not true. So that positive statement is not positive for me because I've negated it in just 1 second. So you want your affirmation to be believable or perhaps a stretch from where you are, but you definitely want to believe that it's a possibility. So it might be I'm in the process of becoming a good sleeper, and that lessens the pull on it. And I can agree to that. I am working on that for myself. So it's really about feeling what it feels like and is it true or is it way too far of a stretch for you to believe today? And then we want to grow into that affirmation, but you want your affirmation to be believable. So, my affirmation for today is I'm committed to living my best life. That sounds true to me. So, that is a good one for me. Does committed to living my best life mean it's perfect? Meaning everything is peaceful and unicorns and rainbows and kittens? No, but it does mean that I'm committed to making the best of wherever I am at in the moment. Now, if that affirmation does not work for you, either change it completely or add, I'm in the process of committing to living my best life. And the more you focus on that, and the more that you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of the words you're using, and you're aware of the actions you're taking towards that, then the more of it you're going to be able to move forward towards focusing on what you want in your life rather than what you don't want in your life. And if you look at the don't wants, as a sign that you're paying attention to the wrong thing rather than it being bad or wrong or you're failing. It's a barometer to say this doesn't feel good. What will feel a little bit better? What can I take my attention to go from the problem I'm dealing with to focusing on a solution of that problem? I'm not asking you to pretend that problem isn't there in your life. I'm just asking you to give more energy to the want rather than the don't want. So as far as practicing on commitment, some things to do is first of all, awareness. When you're aware of how you feel, when you're aware of your words, you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of your actions. And I promise you, when you first start, you're like, I can't be aware of all of this. But when you're aware of that, then it puts you in a place that you could shift it. I'm not saying if you're right now aware that you're angry, maybe you need to stay in that energy for a bit. So I'm not saying you have to shift right then, but the fact that you're aware that you're angry gives you the opportunity to think, this doesn't feel good. What would feel a little bit better and shift from there? Or it could be, I'm really angry right now, and for whatever reason, I need to sit with it for a bit. But you're aware of it rather than letting the anger take over you. You are still in control of how you're feeling about it. So awareness is really key. Again, it's not about having to move forward out of a lower energy feeling. Maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're feeling frustrated. Whatever that fear feeling is, it's not wrong. It's come up to be observed and to be acknowledged. And then you get to decide when you're going to move forward from it. I know a lot of things for me, just my awareness shifts it right away. And then there are other times like, nope, I need to sit with it to figure out why I'm feeling this way. And then I can move forward from it. It's not about, I have been in my past many years now, but I have been the person who ignored those kinds of harder things in life. And life's just great. Be happy and smile. Uh, that wasn't a service of me and certainly was not a service of the people who I was dealing with at the time. So it's about feeling what you need to feel, being gentle with yourself, and moving forward when it's right for you to move forward. So, secondly, are your thoughts, words, and actions bringing you closer to what you want in your life, or are they keeping you back? Again, so an example would be perhaps you have a particular home you want to live in. And or I'm not even saying it's a specific home, but you know you want it to be 3 bedrooms or you want whatever it is in that home. And so you've painted this picture of what you want, and yet everything you're thinking about is, I can't afford that. There's no house like that I've ever seen. You're thinking about the fact that you've never lived in that kind of place before. So you are thinking about the problem. You're giving the attention, the thought to the problem rather than the thought to your desire and the thought to your dream. I promise you, when you have a big, especially if it's a big dream, the fear thoughts are going to come. They're not wrong. It's how do you want to deal with them? Do you want to give them full attention? Do you want to look at it and see what it's bringing up for you to be able to move forward? So, fear is not your enemy. Fear can be your friend because it can help you reevaluate and get clear on what you want as you move forward to creating that dream life that you want to live. And then about the fears, especially if you're just becoming aware of your thoughts and you're like, "Oh, that was a negative thought. Oh, that was a fearful thought." Instead of beating yourself up over it, get curious about what it is that you're getting committed to. What if it does work out? Instead of like, it's never worked out before. I've never committed to anything for, more than a week before. Whatever your fear is of that commitment, get curious about it and bring that forward instead of focusing on what hasn't happened, what you feel might not happen, and get into a space of curiosity. It's a better feeling to be in curiosity about what you're trying to create rather than the fear of it. So that is what I encourage you to look into is one, come up with something that you're committed to, just one thing. And then you want to create some small steps towards what that is for you, but to be aware of your thoughts, to be aware of your feelings so you can shift out of that and to make sure that your thoughts, words, and actions are aligned to the vision you want. And they're going to be aligned sometimes to the lack of the vision. Again, it's not about beating yourself up for that. It's about acknowledging it because you're aware and moving forward. When you're in awareness, you are in the driver's seat. When you're running on autopilot, life is living you and you're not living your life. So that is the tips that I have for you today. Get curious about what it is that you're wanting to create. What if it does work out? What if it works out even better than you could have imagined it to? What if the right people show up in your life this today, this week, next week that are going to help you create what you're trying to create? What if things could be even better than they are today? What if things could be so much better that you can't even imagine it to be? So get curious about it. Remember, there is still action steps, inspired actions, step by step, and you're going to get to where you want to go. So I really encourage you, ask yourself today, what is it that you're committing yourself to? Why is it important to you? Pay attention to your feelings about it and pay attention to your thoughts, words, and actions around it. And then make those small little adjustments and keep building on the dreams that you're trying to create. So that is what I have for you today. I don't see any questions or comments. If you have any, please put them in the comments. I will come back later and look and see what people have asked about and respond, because I also would love to know what you would like me to speak about on future conversations. I'm going to be here Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Tuesdays is often going to have a guest speaker with me, but it will always be about something to heighten your celebrations and lessen your sorrows. And I did want to put in here, let's see if I have it quickly actually. I want to add this link so you can easily find out how to. Hi, Gail, good to see you. It, let's see if it's letting me. You know what? I need to put my glasses on. I can't read your comments. Transitions would be a nice topic. That is a great topic. I will write that one down because I will soon forget it if I don't make a note of it. So I got that written down. I am trying to find the link here for you to put in. It is a link tree, but it sends you to everything. I really encourage you to sign up to my email list. You actually get a little free download on focusing on your dreams and things like this, and it is not letting me do it right now. I'm going to have to come back in later and do it. I don't know why it's not working right now. And it's also, I'm going to be announcing a new program to support you on your creating your dreams. It'll be, I think in a couple of weeks, I'm going to announce it. So you would hear about it very easily through the newsletter too. So that is what I have for you today. I do also want to quickly remind you, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. If you know me, you know it's important. Global Free Hugs Weekend is 120 days away. It's May 5th through the 7th. And I encourage you, if I had the link tree link to share with you, you'd be able to find it very easily. I encourage you to consider signing up and offering free hugs in your area. Right now, I mean, I've just started promoting it. So we have one continent, which is North America. I have a hugger, Cindy, who is joining me from Kelowna, I believe, British Columbia. And then we have Darlene in Paris. That maybe I'm pulling Paris in now. Peoria, Arizona, and then of course yours truly will be offering hugs in Chicago. So consider signing up for that event that's coming in 120 days. I will of course continue to talk about it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And again, I'm in for a hug dealer. Yay, Gail! You didn't you sign? You were there for the last one, I think. I'm pretty sure you had signed up. So yes, I will add your name in there if I don't have you signed up for this one. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. I will hopefully get my technical issues all figured out so I'm on, because I don't think I'm on positive focus right now. So that is all good. But I I will see you on Tuesday. Paul Savagna will be my guest. He is traveling a lot right now, so he's supposed to be my guest, and we'll be talking about the work of Byron Katie and dealing with stress in our lives. If not Paul, somebody else or yours truly will be here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and noon to help heighten celebrations and lessen sorrows. Go out there and have a great day. I will try to get that link. CarolCCMiller.com will take you to my website, which will share the link on signing up to my email address or my email address. Whew, signing up to my email list. I usually just email once a week, sometimes twice a week, but you will certainly be able to stay updated on hugs and my new program that is coming up in a few weeks that I'm very excited to share with you. Just working out a few last details on it before I start sharing it. So go out there, have a wonderful day. Again, please put in comments. Should have asked you where you were from for today. I usually do that as well. But if you have a topic you would like me to cover in the future about helping to heighten celebrations and lessen sorrows, put it in there. I will certainly add transitions. I'm going to guess that was Lisa, but I don't know for sure. But um, I'm going to add transitions to the chat list, so that might be next Thursday's conversation. Go out there and have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and remember, you matter. You matter to me. You matter to the world, and most importantly, you matter to you. We'll talk soon. So long for now.